meadows of heaven blossomed the lovely stars, forget-me-nots of the angels.
That was beautiful, Don.
I liked it too, but why now?
I don't know. A touch of space rapture, maybe.
Space rapture usually induces strange illusions. I never thought it would remind you of poetry you learned at high school.
You know, the funny thing is, I never learned that in high school. Or anywhere else.
I don't like the sound of those signals.
At the rate it's moving, we should be able to monitor it visually right now.
Over there, look.
Looks like a big emerald. Yes.
My recommendation is we give it a wide berth, and I'm not talking space rapture or poetry.
Recommendation approved. Hit port side thruster, 1 minute.
Side thrusters, 1 minute. Well, that takes care of that. I've got to admit, though, it left me a little curious.
Oh, it left you curious, eh? Well, we can't have any of that. Let's head back toward it.
You're not serious.
Resume normal flight procedure.
Airborne guidance system?
You are excused, William. This one and I have vital business.
But the robot and I are only halfway through with this checklist, Dr. Smith.
Later, William, later. This pod isn't going anywhere, not for a long, long time.
Well, we have to keep it in readiness. And besides, what business do you have in here that could be so vital?
Not only is it vital, William, but it is a matter which cannot brook delay. I refer, of course, to my periodic physiotherapy session.
For your information, Will Robinson, Dr. Smith is referring to his rub-down. He has told me that my claws do wonders for his aching back. Correct, Dr. Smith?
Certainly not. Your claws create a disaster area on my delicate back. Howsoever, you will have to do until I can find a proper masseur. Now come along, you adult-hated amateur.
Dr. Smith, can't you rub down and wait until the robot and I are through with this checklist? It will only be a few minutes.
William, stand aside.
Well, at least let him check out the airborne guidance system.
I shall do it for you, my boy. Airborne guidance system.
Dr. Smith, no!
Check!
What happened?
Will! Taken off in a space pod.
possess me to be so foolish as to do a kindness for others?
You call this a kindness? You could get us all killed.
Warning, warning! We're about to enter the orbit of an unidentified planet.
Do something!
Trying to, but the pod doesn't have enough power to pull out.
Well, come in. Maybe he forgot to switch on his receiver.
I've got them.
Yeah. Along with our uninvited friend, the Emerald Planet, right on its tail.
Something strange going on.
What?
Lost track of the pod. Skidded off the scope like something just pushed it out of its flight path.
Centrifugal force from that planet?
From the size of it, I'd say it would attract, not repel.
Or maybe its mass is obeying laws of physics that we don't understand yet. Don? Did you get a fix on the pod's position before it left the screen?
It's not completely out of our frequency range. It should be on the tracking computer. That's where we lost it.
All right. We'll allow 001 for orientation error and head for it.
Check.
John, you actually think it is a planet?
It's either a planet or an asteroid. We'll know when we land there. Incidentally, darling, you'd better get below and strap in. It may be a rough atmosphere entry.
All right. Come on, dear.
001, right? All right.
We're being hit by the same force that must have hit the pod. I can't stay on course.
I'll keep correcting.
Yeah, that's great. It's correcting right back. It knew exactly what we're doing.
Action and reaction, equal and opposite. At least it's obeying that law of physics.
Yeah, like it's got a brain smarter than ours. We're going into orbit.
Well, correct for 20. That'll take care of the interference.
I've got a feeling that someone down on that planet's letting us know that we're not welcome.
Well, welcome or not, we're going in. Hit the retro rockets for entry.
Heading retros. We're up against some kind of atmospheric barrier. It stopped us cold. We're hovering.
All right, full forward thrust. 10 seconds.
The landing gear control's out.
All right, then prepare for emergency landing.
Overcorrection put us right on target. Even though it was a dummy landing.
We won't be on target unless the pod's right in this area.
Well, there are a lot of rocks. No pod.
Have you found them?
Not yet, dear. If our tracking computations are correct, this is where they should have landed.
They're just inside our radar net. That couldn't be more than a half a mile.
Will? Will, come in, Will.
Dad, this is Will. Where are you?
Right here on this planet, son. And very near. Are you all right?
We're fine, Dad. We didn't mean to lift off.
Well, never mind that now. Look, are you still in the pod?
Mm-hmm.
Well, stay put till we get there. There's a large anvil-shaped rock out there. We'll be coming from that direction.
Dad, there aren't any rocks out there. Just trees and jungle growth, like a rainforest.
A rainforest within half a mile of here?
Can you get a picture? with interference. Will, if you hear me, come in. Let's go.
John.
Keep all radio channels open. Don't let anyone out of the ship. And don't worry.
You were very remiss, William. You neglected to assure your father that I was in no way responsible for this accidental flight.
All right, Dr. Smith, I'll assure him, if I can get the radio working. Dad, come in, Jupiter.
My sensors indicate that the pod's communication system has been effectively jammed, Will Robinson.
Jammed? By what?
There are more jamming potentials on this planet, Will Robinson, than can be computed by my memory banks.
Never fear, Smith is here. We can find our own way to the Jupiter if we can just spot the rock your father mentioned.
Dad told us to stay put.
But we can save time if we meet him halfway. And then, William, you can tell him.
That you were in no way to blame?
Exactly.
All right, Dr. Smith, I'll do my best, but I'm not promising anything. I guess the jamming potentials jam the hatch as well as the radio.
I will blast it open. Do I have permission to employ full power?
Well, I guess so.
Proceed, proceed.
Stand aside and protect yourselves.
Robot, close the hatch!
Capability inadequate. Follow me!
This tornado will be blown sky high.
What happened to the wind?
Off the cuff, I would say that pressures within and without the pod have now been equalized.
What an enchanting garden. A veritable paradise. Oh. We'll be drenched. And I'll catch cold, William. I need my raincoat and galoshes.
It's funny. I can hear the rain, but I can't feel it.
Dry rain? Well, of course. In the tropics, rain always evaporates before it hits the ground.
The leaves aren't wet either. Do you agree with Dr. Smith's theory, Robot?
Negative. It is my conviction that we are in the presence of meteorological phenomena of alien origin. Data inadequate for more detailed evaluation.
Alien origin indeed, you will-informed ignoramus. Why, when I was in the islands of the South Pacific... Ah! Shoot! Go away! It's an albatross. A terrible condor.
Correction. It is non-existent.
Good heavens, fatigue has affected my memory. I'm imagining terrors.
I must be tired, too. I heard that bird or whatever it was, just like you did, Dr. Smith. We'd better get going. The sooner we get back to the Jupiter, the better.
Oh, no, I'm completely exhausted. I think I shall remain here for a bit and have a little rest, William. Have the chariot come and fetch me. Well, what a luscious-looking fruit.
Dr. Smith, you know we're not supposed to eat alien fruit until it's been analyzed.
Nonsense. This is quite obviously an edible variety of our own terrestrial peach.
Now you know.
One swallow does not a summer make, nor one peach oblige. You're right, William. It is a blight. Oh, good heavens, all this fruitless activity has done me in. I think I'll take a little nap.
I do not recommend sleep, Dr. Smith.
Oh, go away, Ninny, go away.
Rouse him, Will Robinson. It may be very harmful to fall asleep in this area.
could be harmful about sleeping. Oh, I think I'll take a nap too.
On your feet. This is not the time nor the place for sleep.
Right now, any place is good enough for me.
You know, this doesn't look like the terrain that would lead to a rainforest. Let's try that trail over there. Wait a minute.
What's up?
Oh, didn't you hear that? Sounds like something moving up there.
Well, that's solid rock. You must have heard the echo of our own footsteps.
I guess you're right. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say that boulder waited for us to get right underneath it before it let go.
Kind of like it had a brain.
Let's go.
Nothing like a brief nap to restore one's vitality. Yes. I feel completely refreshed. William? William? What are you doing there? Didn't I ask you to fetch the chariot? The chariot?
The chariot! I must have dozed off for a minute. How long was I asleep?
I'm sure I don't know. My naps never last longer than 15 minutes.
But it's daylight.
Daylight comes swiftly in tropical regions.
Well, if it was 15 minutes, Dad and Don should have been here by now. What happened to the robot? Robot, what happened to you?
I am in a condition of near inertia due to,
my foot, good heavens, he's developed jungle mildew, I think. A touch of mechanical rheumatism.
Can you lead us to the Jupiter?
affirmative. However, I shall need a rub down with Dr. Smith's massage lotion. Just do for me what I do for your aching back, Dr. Smith, and I will be fine.
Indeed, of all the impudence.
Better do as he wants, Dr. Smith, or we'll never get going.
A man of my quality reduced to performing menial tasks? Really?
You know, Robot, I know I only slept for a few minutes, but well, it feels like...
Like what, Will Robinson?
Well, like it was much longer.
I shall never forget nor forgive this indignity, Zachary Smith, a common masseur.
Cease the squawking, Dr. Smith, and get going. I ache all over. That feels fine, Dr. Smith. Rub harder. Harder.
But don't dawdle, William. Keep going. Come along.
Dr. Smith!
Yes, yes?
Can't you see it? It looks like our spaceship.
Oh, good heavens, this isn't the Jupiter 2. It can't be. It's some unknown wreck. We must have strayed off the proper path.
I'd like to believe you, Dr. Smith, but I don't know. Robot,
If you are asking me to identify this disabled vehicle, I can only say I fear the worst. To the best of my capability, I must regretfully report that this is the Jupiter 2.
What?
But how could it have gotten so old looking so fast? I talked to Dad less than a half an hour ago. How could those things have grown on it so quickly?
Well, things grow very quickly in the jungle, you know.
But this isn't the jungle. The jungle's over there. I'm going inside. Are you coming with me, Dr. Smith?
Must be, William. I'm afraid that the shock of what we discover may be too much for your young eyes.
All right. I'll wait here while you go inside.
On second thought, I think perhaps it's best if you learn to face disasters bravely. Come, William.
We'd better go below.
Do you think we should?
No, not really. But we have to.
Yes.
It won't work. We'll have to use the ladder.
Yes.
Will Robinson, Dr. Smith.
William, come along.
Is it good news, Robot?
Negative so far. So far as regards to the members of your family, Will Robinson. However, do not be discouraged. Yet.
What do you mean, yet?
He's just trying to soften the blow for us all, William.
Correction. I am trying to prepare you for a surprise. Look.
I don't believe it. It cannot be a statue of you, you bumbling bird brain.
Your opinion of me is not shared by those who erected it, Dr. Smith. Would you care to read the inscription, Will Robinson? Loud enough for all to hear, please.
In memoriam. Erected to the memory of Earth's first ambulatory computer to traverse deep space. To the cybernetic hero.
Balderdash!
Louder, please.
To the cybernetic hero of the Robinson expedition. Gratefully dedicated in the year 2270 AD.
What?
Not such a bad likeness, wouldn't you say? Although they did skimp a little on my broad shoulders.
2270 AD? Dr. Smith, we didn't sleep for 15 minutes. We slept for over 270 years.
That's impossible. It can't be. I'm young. I'm still my former youthful self. William! Look at me. Please. Please tell me that I haven't changed.
You're the same as you always were, Dr. Smith.
Oh, thank you, my dear little friend. Thank you. Cybernetic hero indeed. Cybernetic simpleton.
Watch it, Dr. Smith. Your jealousy is showing.
Ah!
I am a cybernetic hero, famous all through space.
Where could they have gone? What could have happened to them?
I'm a friend. Don't hurt me. I'm a friend. William, save me! Oh, he means to destroy me. Run for your life.
I don't see anyone, Dr. Smith.
What? Oh, William. The end is near. I feel it. This planet is infested with terrible creatures. We must leave at once.
Well, I don't know about that, but I saw something too. But I'm not leaving until I find out what happened to my family and who made that statue of the robot.
You have been discussing my statue, Will Robinson. Favorably, I hope.
This is no time for compliments.
Yes, spare us your ridiculous remarks, you insensitive idiot.
I just want to know what happened while we were sleeping back there.
Take cover! Take cover!
Do not be alarmed. My sensors indicate that this storm may not be for real.
Well, the lightning that hit that tree was real enough. Let's get out of here.
Oh, there! Sergeant, check them out.
All systems check out within safe limits for contact, sir.
Systems indeed. We are not machines, I'll have you know.
Of course you're not. But, except for our little friend over here. Kind of ancient, isn't he? Look here. This type went out with the end of the millennium.
Well, he's good enough for us, and good enough for someone to put up a statue to him.
A lovely statue.
I'm Astronaut Commander Fletcher. And you must be Dr. Zachary Smith.
Indeed I am.
Your young friend here is Will Robinson, right?
Yes, sir. But how did you know that?
Ultra-sensitive perception equipment. We knew you were here. It's one of the reasons that we came.
Did you get caught in the storm?
Storm? Was there a storm?
It stopped the moment you arrived.
Lucky. Sergeant, will you check the vehicle?
Oh, Commander.
Yes?
I take it, my dear sir, that you are, to all intents and purposes, a rescue team, and you're going to take us back to Earth. Is that correct?
Well, we'll know more about that, Dr. Smith, once I've reported my findings back to the mother ship. And by the way, our primary mission is not of rescue.
It's not.
What is your mission, sir?
An archaeological team is what you'd call us, I guess. Space historians, if you like. We record all the evidence we can find of early space voyages for the benefit of future voyagers. Should be of great help to them.
What about the Jupiter Voyagers? Have you found anything out about what happened to them?
Sergeant, report to base.
But, sir, you haven't answered my question.
Well, if our bearings were accurate, the pod should be right here.
Except for one thing. We'll describe this area as being a rainforest, a jungle. Well, look at it. There's nothing like that here. Let's go on.
À votre santé, William. Lovely. I must say it was charming of the commander to provide us with such an excellent snack.
It is not a snack, Dr. Smith. It is a full dinner. If it is a dinner.
What do you mean, if it is a dinner? Of course it's a dinner. I'm eating it, am I not?
You appear to be eating it, Dr. Smith. However, it is possible that you are eating it more but enjoying it less.
Nonsense. This roast is excellent. I couldn't have done better myself.
Well, the robot may be right, Dr. Smith. I don't like that Commander Fletcher, and I don't trust anything about him or his sergeant.
Now, William, they're fine, upstanding Americans.
Well, then why weren't they surprised to see us alive after all those years? And why didn't they answer any of my questions? And why didn't they take us to their headquarters?
And why was I not treated with a proper respect due to a cybernetic hero?
Silence, you preening popinjay! You're making mountains out of molehills, both of you.
Well, just the same, I'm going to try and find their headquarters and get some answers. Let's go, robot.
Spare me the direful doubts. To you, Zachary. You've done it again. Wait for me!
This must be their headquarters.
If it is their headquarters, and if these are flags,
What do you mean?
my sensors indicate that appearances can be deceptive, Will Robinson.
Well, I'm going in anyway. There's no one in here. Hello? Is anyone in here?
William, I thought you abandoned me. What was that?
It sounds like someone was moving things around. There's nothing in here to be moved.
Walls. They're closing in on us.
Negative, Dr. Smith. You are allowing your imagination to run away with you.
There it is again.
Let's get out of here, Dr. Smith. It's getting kind of spooky.
Where are they?
Where's what?
The spookies.
Dr. Smith, there aren't any spookies. It's an expression, something you feel, not see.
I feel it. I feel it.
Let's get out of here. Judy?
Hi.
Judy?
That is my name. I'm very glad you recognized me. I didn't think you would.
Well, why shouldn't I recognize you? You're my own sister. Where's Mom and Dad? How'd you get here?
One thing at a time, Will. First of all, I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not your sister.
Oh, Judy, this is no time for jokes.
I'm not joking, Will.
Well, then if you're not joking, how do you know my name?
I know all your names. I knew who you were the moment I saw you.
Please, Judy, stop playing games. And if you're not my sister, who are you?
Now, my dear, you've tormented your brother quite long enough.
Will is not my brother, Dr. Smith, and I am not his sister. Try not to be too upset, Will, but your sister, Judy, was my great-great-great-grandmother.
My sister Judy was...
Of course, I understand the whole thing now, William. You forgot to make allowance for the passage of time. How very exciting to meet a distant relative, my dear. We have so much to talk about. Your great-great-great-grandmother was such a lovely girl, and you look just like her.
Maybe she does, and maybe she does not.
Silence, you cybernetic skeptic. William, where are your manners? Say how do you do to your niece 5 or 6 times removed.
I'm not sure I want to.
I know how you feel, Will. You're terribly disappointed because I'm not who you thought I was. But we are relatives. Come on. I'm sure you and I have lots of things to talk about.
What great good fortune to find a relative among these lovely people.
She is no relative of yours, Dr. Smith. She may be Will's relative. On the other hand, she may not.
We have no reason to doubt her.
We have reason to doubt everything, Dr. Smith. Everything.
Bah! Ah, Sergeant, I'm so glad you came. This digital dunce is afflicted with certain doubts about you. How dare you? How dare you strike me? I demand an apology at once, you hear, or you face summary court-martial. I'm waiting.
There will be no apology, Smith. We have just checked you out. Your name is Zachary Smith?
Of course it is.
Mine is Horatio Smith. Smith. And whether I like it or not, and I don't, you are my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Am I indeed? I am. Oh, good heavens. Oh, my dear boy. You are my great-great-great-great-grandson. Well, let me look at you. Yes, I can see your resemblance. I think I'm going to cry. What a magnificent specimen of manhood you are. Just like me. What a credit to the name of Smith.
Except that Zachary Smith has shamed all the Smiths. Smith. Do you know what it's like to live under a cloud? To have a finger of scorn pointed at you because you, yes, you, besmirched the family name?
I? Are you suggesting that the family name was besmirched by me?
Were you or were you not the fifth columnist in the Jupiter expedition?
Certainly not.
Were you or were you not the master saboteur?
No.
Were you or were you not the sly Machiavellian menace during the entire Robinson voyage?
Well,
Answer me. Answer me. Yes or no?
How dare you? Did you hear these foul slanders?
I did. And they are not slanders.
Hold your tongue, sir. How shall I defend myself against these monstrous charges? How shall I clear my good name? I have it. Great-great-great-great-grandson, you will beam this message to Earth immediately from your mothership. I, Zachary Smith.
Forget it, Smith. Messages won't change a thing.
But these frightful allegations must be erased.
There is only one possible way. Face-to-face confrontation with the members of the Supreme Court of the Space Judiciary.
Then I must go at once.
Our mothership leaves at dawn. You have 2 hours. You may lift off in your pod at 0600 and rendezvous with us then. I hope you can talk your way out of this, Smith, but I doubt it. If you can't, you can forget that you ever saw me.
No sign of them yet. Well, let's hope they're on the way back by now. John, this is Maureen. Do you read me? Well, I guess not. Well, maybe I can get a picture. All right, give it a try. Oh. Hey, what is it? What happened? What happened? What is it? Don't you know me? Will? I'm Penny. Penny? What is it, Judy? Don't you know us? I'm all right. You all right now? Yes, thank you. It's funny. For a moment, I felt as if I were someone else. I wish your father'd hurry back so that we could get off this planet. So do I.
Fifth columnist, saboteur, Sly Machiavellian menace, what vicious and unfounded lies. Everybody knows that I was the true hero of the Robinson expedition.
I do not see any statues erected to you, Dr. Smith.
Ah! Someday soon, you will go too far, and then beware.
And that's how I was appointed official photographer to the archaeological team. You're very lucky, Will. Why, you're going back to a world that's almost 3 centuries in advance of anything you've ever known before.
I'm not going back.
Don't be a little fool. I'm sorry, Will. Tell me about your sister, Judy.
You're so much like her. It'd be like telling you about yourself.
You two seem to have made friends very quickly.
Yes, sir. Will and I know a great deal about one another now.
Well, that's good, because our work is almost done here. Will, we checked out the statue. It was erected by your parents before they left.
Did they leave anything else, sir?
Oh, a number of ancient artifacts, of course. Primitive galley, remnants of an early communication system.
No, I don't mean anything like that. I mean like a message for me.
I'm afraid not, son.
Try not to take it too hard, Will. It was a long time ago.
My team checked out your pod's capability, Will. You can rendezvous with our mother's ship at 0600.
And go where?
Back to Earth. Where else?
Dr. Smith and your robot are already on their way to your vehicle. Well, that is if you want to take that antique robot along.
I wouldn't go anywhere without him.
I understand. He'll make an interesting addition to our space museum.
Dr. Smith! Robot!
No trees, no jungle growth, no rainforest. Will must have been imagining things.
No, he only tells us things he's imagined once he's safely home. I don't think he'd do so in an emergency.
Well, then we're still looking for a rainforest.
We're still looking for a rainforest.
Didn't you hear me calling you?
We heard nothing, Will Robinson.
That Commander Fletcher said you were headed for the space pod.
And so we were. But where is it? I know this is where we left it.
That's right, we did. I remember that tree. What could have happened to it?
I have exhausted myself searching for it.
So have I.
So has he. Let us gird our loins, William. We must find it and keep the rendezvous with their mothership. I have a solemn duty to perform. My reputation is at stake.
Well, I'm not worried about your reputation, Dr. Smith. And even when we do find it, I don't think we should rendezvous with them. I just don't trust them. We're staying here.
But William! Can you see it?
No,
We must find it. Time is running short. They'll leave without us.
that's all right with me.
Have you taken leave of your senses, William? These fine people are the only means of our salvation. Besides, I owe it to myself to set the record straight when we return to Earth.
You will have to tell a few whoppers to do that, Dr. Smith.
Quiet, you obsolete oaf! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me up! Good heavens, I shall never be the same.
I guess it was another of those optical illusions.
Another?
We may not even be in the jungle. Maybe we just think we are.
Oh, William, you must be very tired. I think the fatigue has affected your mind.
It's not fatigue, Dr. Smith. It's something on this planet, and we're gonna find out what it is.
I agree with Will Robinson.
Do you indeed? And what about that atrocious statue? Is that an optical illusion, too?
You have a point there, Dr. Smith. That is, if I am a cybernetic hero.
You deplorable dunderhead. Did you or did you not read the inscription on that silly statue?
Maybe I did. Maybe I did not.
Oh, good heavens. You're both confusing me. My brain is rattling around, setting up a fearful din. William, please help me find that pod.
That's what I'm trying to do, Dr. Smith. Now let's go.
Yes.
It's the longest half mile I've ever walked. I've been in 4 different directions and still no sign of him. The only direction left is up.
Now, we're still being jammed by that same interference that tried to prevent our landing.
Went around in circles.
Nothing there to indicate they were ever inside. Those controls look as if they haven't been used in years.
That's impossible.
Yeah, it only seems impossible. Maureen. Come in, Maureen. We're still being jammed.
Look, regardless of what's happened to the pod, I think we'd better get back to the ship. Will and Smith might be back there by now.
Now, if they were on their way there, we'd have seen them. Don, look at the pod.
I'm looking.
All right, what do you see?
Just what you see. Looks like it was left here a long time ago and rotted.
Now, we know that isn't true.
Well, maybe not, but that's the way it looks.
No. That's what we've been led to think it looks like. By some trick, some illusion.
An illusion, that?
No, I'm serious. I mean it. Try thinking of it as an illusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion! This planet's for real, all right. But everything on it, everything you see, hear, and touch is imaginary. And it's only real if you allow yourself to be fooled.
Do you think that Will and Dr. Smith were fooled?
Yes, or they'd be here. And we've got to find them before the illusions become so real for them, they won't know the difference. Come on.
Am I seeing things, Robot?
Negative. You are seeing the real pod. However, there is no mothership.
Splendid. Let's go aboard and keep the rendezvous.
Dr. Smith, didn't you hear what the robot said? There's no mothership to rendezvous with. And I don't think there's any archaeological team either.
William, surely you don't doubt the evidence of your own senses.
No, the evidence of something other than my senses, and I've got to find out what it is.
My dear boy, please try to understand. This is a matter of life and death for me. For posterity, I must erase the smear on the good name of Smith.
We're not going.
But, William...
We're not going.
Very well. I shall go alone.
Dr. Smith, you can't. It's some kind of a trick. If you go up in the space pod, you'll never get back. You'll never get anywhere.
Unhand me, William. This above all to thine own self be true. I must look the members of the space judiciary straight in the eye and deny everything. I'll send a rescue ship as soon as is possible. Until then, at you, little friend. You take care of him or you'll answer to me. William, I'm afraid I shall need a little help with the liftoff.
Not from me, Dr. Smith.
Nor me.
Oh, try to forget your suspicions. I have absolute faith in the integrity of these fine people.
That's what they want you to have, Dr. Smith. Don't you see? They got you on their side by telling you that silly story about your reputation. And then they tried to win the robot over by letting him see his statue. And they tried to get me by showing me someone who looked like Judy, except I don't believe it, Dr. Smith. We've got to find out who's doing this to us and why. Are you coming with us?
We are waiting. Please enter your spacecraft and prepare for liftoff. We are waiting.
There you are, William. They're waiting for us.
I don't believe it.
We are waiting.
Let's go, robot. You'd better come with us, Dr. Smith.
But they're waiting for us.
Well, let them wait. Come on.
They'll be back soon, Commander. You'll see. Please wait. They'll be back soon.
I know I said this jungle wasn't for real, but now I'm not so sure.
Be sure, Will Robinson. I assure you it is not for real.
Robot, what happened?
I have been subjected to a severe high-frequency attack by an alien force from that direction. We must prepare ourselves for further attacks from the same direction.
Maybe we'd better go back.
Offense is the best defense, Will Robinson.
He's for real, isn't he?
Negative.
You okay, robot?
I do not know who I am. Who are you?
I don't believe it. I don't believe you're for real. Wait here, robot.
Less and less like a rainforest and more like good old Death Valley.
Yes, and there were some illusions there, too.
Is this an illusion? Maybe. Even though it seems to be holding us back, keep going! Where are you? Right here! Maybe we'd better wait until it blows over. No! Keep going!
You were right. Something's dead set on getting us to turn back.
Which I have no intention of doing. Why are you still here? Why have you not departed? Are you not afraid?
I'd be a fool not to be afraid. But only when there's something real enough to be afraid of.
Do you doubt my reality?
Well, if you're the one responsible for everything that's been happening here, I guess you're real enough.
You are an intruder. There is no place for you here.
But we didn't come here by choice, and we don't mean any harm.
All intruders are harmful. They must be so deluded by fear that they will depart quickly.
It seems to me that you're the one who's afraid. If you're so scared, why don't you just destroy us and be done with it?
I am not programmed to destroy, unfortunately. Over the centuries since I was abandoned here, I have acquired the power to create illusions against those who would intrude here.
Those illusions only fooled me at first. Not anymore.
You are afraid.
You're not real, you're not.
You will be destroyed by your fear.
I don't believe it, you're not real.
He is real, Will Robinson.
Seize them.
The machine used up the last of its powers to create reality instead of illusion. Its reality was no match for ours.
Will,
Dad!
well, it took us long enough to find you.
How long, Dad?
About an hour.
Well, that's better than 270 years.
Come again?
It's a long story. I'll explain while we pick up Dr. Smith.
All right.
Stay tuned for some exciting scenes from our next week's episode.
Now who put this pebble here?
Dr. Smith achieves Samson-like strength when futuristic hippies terrorize the space family Robinson.
This whole planet is gonna go.
Why don't you try to be nice?
Cut it out. You be nice when she talks to you, little master. Because you could be hurt very bad if you don't be nice.
Stand aside! Forward! March!
This planet must be destroyed quickly and effectively.
That's murder, and I won't let you get away with it.
Collision of planets on Lost in Space on this channel.